In our world, there is no better day than when we know that we have made a real difference for a family facing the most trying situation of their life. When a jury comes back and returns a verdict that will allow your client to move on with their life and put their life back together is the finest feeling that we can get. Jeff and I see this profession, not just a job, but a profession, very similarly. We have a similar worldview. We have a similar view of what it takes to fully serve each and every client we're privileged to represent. And that begins with looking at the client as a person, not just another business deal, not just another case, not just another way to make attorney's fees, but it goes way beyond that to us. And it goes back to our founding principle, which is that we want to take ownership of each client's total human situation, not just their technical legal issue, while at the same time building a firm where our legal technical prowess is second to none. Our preparation is second to none. We insist that every case we handle, every time we walk through the doors of a courtroom, that we are better prepared than our adversary, that we are ready to go toe-to-toe for our individual client with their individual problem, no matter who the defendant is, no matter how big the defense law firm, no matter how powerful the insurance industry interest across the table from us is. When you have a serious injury to yourself or to a loved one, it is not to you just, well, I wonder if I can make out a claim against this particular corporation or insurance company. It is a matter of, how do I replace this lost income? What if I can't get back to work? What do I do about these hospital bills and my insurance company calling me wanting to be paid back for medical expenses? Where do we turn? How do we prove that this was not my fault? How do we make the guilty party be responsible and accountable for the harm done? And all of those issues are critically important to the client. And because the client is critically important to us, we wanted our message and everything about our firm to communicate that we listen to and care about, not just getting you the settlement, but after the settlement. How does this affect your life? How do you go on and try to put life back together as best it can be put back together after an event? Our primary goal in every case, and I've told many, many clients this over the years, is to get the very best result for you, the client, that we possibly can from the civil justice system. And sometimes that involves going to trial. Other times it simply involves preparing the case for trial so that the other side, the insurance company or the corporate defendant, knows that we're fully capable and prepared to go the distance to get the verdict that our client deserves. And oftentimes that is the very best settlement tool that exists. So many, many cases do not go all the way to trial, but we fundamentally believe the way to get full justice for every client in every case is to be willing and able and prepared to see it through all the way to trial. We take great satisfaction and great pride in being able to come alongside those families and those individuals and help them through that time of need and help them get the very best result that they can to help the family or the injured person get on with their life and make the very most of their life and their situation that they can. The client is not a file on a shelf to us. The client is not a technical legal question or a case precedent that we pull out of some dusty law book, but the client brings their range of emotional and legal and financial and other problems to the table. And we want that client to leave our office knowing that we listened and cared and counseled them through all the range of the issues they have related to their injury and their accident.